Welcome to this week's edition of Mainely Motorsports.
Can you and I be friends?
Here we go.
This is Mainely Motorsports, a comprehensive rundown of all the local racing action with your host, Steve Perry.
People tell me, when they see me, you're the guy, the mainly guy.
Highlights, in-depth interviews, and stories behind the action. Add to the show at 207-324-1220. Live on the radio, live video stream, and on demand as a podcast.
My goal in life is to have an empire, my mainly empire.
Now, let's get local. Mainly Motorsports.
Are we here?
We're here
We're
live.
Just
You're
bust
live.
right in.
Bust right in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Everybody's running late
She
today.
misses a week. And,
Oh.
Well, I had a high school playoff baseball game to be at.
Yeah. But it was we didn't have the mouthy one here last week.
Oh, I'm not mouthy.
You started right in today, huh?
oh my God.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You were pointing and
I was
yelping
asking for
and-
my water, and I'm looking at your glasses that have
Deb comes
rhinestones
in.
on them.
Literally, we are the most comprehensive local radio station that I know of with high school baseball and everything. We cover the games. We got finished doing a Sanford Mainers game today. I know that's not baseball. I mean, I know
It
that's
is
not
baseball.
I know it's,
It's
not
not
high
high
school.
school.
What's Deb's first words to me in 2 weeks? Not hello. How you doing? How's the radio station going? Hey, you doing? How come you do all the other sports? How come
I
you're
don't
not
talk
doing
like
high
that.
school? How come you're
I'm
not
not
doing high school
Brooklyn.
baseball?
Yeah. Oh no.
Well,
She
because
gets-
it's a big deal.
I didn't say it wasn't.
She
Well,
gets-
no, I know, but I got.
I'm just
I got
saying. I'm
some
backing
guys on
Steve
it.
up there. You
Oh
know,
yeah, she gets fired right up.
Yeah.
Like she
I
misses
just-
a week. Like
I have a lot to say.
Listen,
I listened to
hey.
it while I was mucking the duck pond.
I don't know if you heard Deb's words a few minutes ago, Andy.
What's that?
Steve's glasses
His
have
glasses.
rhinestones on them.
He's wearing women's readers. Like, he goes to the Dollar Tree.
Show the camera.
She said it. I looked up at her.
No, that's what he does. He picks out anything that's 3.25. He doesn't care what it looks like. And he wears them everywhere he goes.
I didn't even. I would have never noticed.
You know what?
Oh, come on.
You know,
Dead serious.
I
First
just
thing
think
I
it-
saw.
I think
He's
it's
a
funny.
rat.
I think it's funny that she just noticed that.
Well, 'cause-
like I know how much it bothers her.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it does.
No.
We are 1 minute into the show.
the second thing she said after she careened off you for
the
not
baseball.
covering the baseball was
And I also know you don't care.
no, I don't.
No,
care.
he doesn't care. But
You want-
because I'll say to him, he'll say, "Oh, I have a management meeting today, or I have to do this, or I have,
have
to
a
meet
big
with
meeting."
I have to meet with somebody from blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "But you're wearing women's glasses." I don't care. What do they care?
So hey, you
Hey,
want-
these are gender neutral glasses.
Hey, you
Oh,
want to
there
hear
we
a funny
go.
story?
Go
So
ahead.
one day, the guy I work for, right? He's out with his wife on the weekend. She's getting something from his, in his truck. She reaches down, she drops something. She pulls out some glasses. They have like rhinestones. They're all women. He goes, she says, "Who you've had in your truck?" He goes, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You got women's glasses." He goes, "No, I don't." He goes, "Yeah, you do. Look at these." He goes, "I don't know where those came from." She
Pure
goes,
panic.
Yeah, he's all in, he goes, "I've not had anybody in my truck." She goes, "These are women's glasses." He goes, "I don't know who would wear those.
Steve Perry.
They were mine. I dropped them in his truck. I go to Dollar Tree and I buy a bag of 325. So
Well, it's going to end because today he went to the eye doctors
Yeah,
for the very first
to
time.
get some real like stuff.
And I said to him, I said, they're going to give you a prescription for your glasses.
You
so we
got
can
anything
get
in
glasses.
rhinestones?
Well, he goes, they give you a prescription right away? I'm like,
So-
you're having an exam. They're going to give
So
you.
you'll
your
laugh,
eye.
right? So one time I go to the Dollar Tree, back before I was I was probably in the 2.5s, not the 325s.
I don't even know what those numbers
Those
mean.
are the numbers on the little sticker
The
on
little
the
sticker.
glasses,
Okay.
right?
It tells you how strong.
Right.
Okay.
So I go in to buy a new bag of glasses. So I said,
Buy a bag of glasses?
Yes,
Yeah, buy-
they're
they're
a
$1.
$1.25.
They're $1.25 now, but
So it's like disposable razors?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
but he doesn't know they're disposable. Here you go.
So I go to the lady. I go, hey, I got a question for you. I said, I bought
Watch the
these a while
language.
ago, and I says, yeah, they,
They stopped working.
I take these off and I put some new ones on, and they're a lot better. And I said, these other ones, they're,
Do they run out? he
yeah. I
says.
said, they just don't work as good as they did
Yeah.
when I first bought them. She goes, you paid a,
bleep.
$1 for them. How long do you
Get
think
what
they're
you
going to
paid for,
last?
right? Yeah.
I
No,
go-
I didn't know glasses they had a shelf life.
Well,
They
I
don't.
Mean,
They
But
don't.
when
He
you
just
buy them
needed
at
a
the
new.
Dollar
He needed
Tree.
an
I'm
upgrade.
pretty sure. And if you've ever seen, like, he's like the toddler. He puts them on with his fingers all over him.
Hey.
And
Probably the lenses fell out and he didn't even
oh,
notice.
that's happened
Oh, that's
too.
happened before
And
we
he's
drive
trying to
down the
put 'em
road.
in.
I'm trying to hold it in. So, have you ever had the lens fall out of your glass? Glass? It really screws you up when you're trying to drive or
With
read
one eye?
with one in and one out. It's a
We
mess.
can drive it home.
It's a mess.
One headlight.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, so so you got women's glasses on.
No, they're not. They're general neutral.
General neutral.
yeah. So I
Gender
needed glasses
neutral
because my
glasses.
other ones broke today. That's why these ones.
Well,
Because
I'm
the
like,
thing
where
broke.
did you even get them from?
I found them in a truck.
Jeez.
So, like, life isn't.
No,
when I
it's
don't
not
have you
boring.
to fix
Did
things.
you,
You-
wear those when we were
listen.
at Bentley's last weekend or last week?
No,
No.
I would have.
Listen,
No,
this just proves my point.
can't
Steve
live
Perry
without me.
is one of the most resourceful people on the planet.
Yeah, yeah,
He gets it done.
yeah. I get it done.
But back to Bentley's. What a great time we
Oh,
had.
that was probably, and we've been doing it for
This was the best one.
14 years. The weather cooperated. It wasn't 90, sweat running down your back. It wasn't drizzling,
Yeah.
and good turnout of all bunch of vehicles and good crowd. I mean, it was a good time.
Yeah, at this point, like, and I think we've talked about it on the show. I mean, I don't go to as many races as you guys do, just schedule-wise. Not that I don't have anything against racing, but I go to see the people, right? And that's what that event was. There were so many cool people that I hadn't seen, and some of them I hadn't seen since Beach Ridge closed.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's
no.
been like coming up on, what is this, 2026? It's going to be 5
5
years.
years.
It's 4.5 years now.
Yeah.
Serious.
5 years this September 11th.
Yeah, and it was funny because it's funny you said that, Andy, because I called people the next day and apologized for not being able to talk to them and spend
Oh, 'cause
time
they
with them.
care.
Yeah, we had so many people.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
So-
there was
You know,
a lot
because
of people.
being involved and helping
You
run the
do the
show and do the
awards
awards and
and- yeah.
stuff, you weren't able to stop and
socialized.
socialize.
Ron Capps was having a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seemed like and who was the fast girl that you introduced
fast
us
girl,
to? I forgot her name.
Maddie Green.
Yeah.
Maddie Gordon.
Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she was really nice.
Yeah, so she
California
enjoyed.
girl.
Yeah, told us that her family builds cabinets.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, they're cabinet makers out there in California, and so she doesn't come from a
Racing
wealthy where they
family.
just stroked
Yeah.
a check to get her.
Yeah. Was the
where
lesson
she
about
is.
cabinets? They were kind of expensive.
I was going to say. there comes from money somewhere.
Where are you buying your cabinets? Dollar Tree?
Yeah. No. We had good ones.
Steve makes that comment. He doesn't realize her family probably supplies all the cabinets to Home Depot in America.
That's probably
They're just a cabinet maker.
Yeah, well, I picture Steve's picturing Geppetto in his head. It's probably a high-end
He's like
manufacturing
Geppetto.
facility.
You know Geppetto.
He's the guy that made Pinocchio, right?
Yeah. So
Whoa! Ding 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 ding.
You
get
talk
one.
cartoons, you're down to my level.
That's awesome, man. Hey, I don't want to, interrupt what we're doing because we had a lot of things going on in the last week or so, but I do want to take some time to say thank you to Bentley's for inviting us down for another one of those all-era shows. Who has more fun than us?
We do.
Thanks to them for sponsoring. Also, Shane's of Maine, the best, right there on Main Street. And then there's the 3rd annual barbecue and cruise-in over at Sanford Sound coming up on Saturday, June 20th. Goes on from 11 to 3. Now, Jack and his crew, they do a lot of car shows, and they're always wicked fun. This one has a bit of a different purpose to it. It's for mental health. June is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Sweetster will be benefiting from this one. So it's barbecue and cruise-in Saturday, June 20th. Go out and support it from 11 to 3 at Sanford Sound. One of our sponsors for tonight, show number 731 on Mainly Motorsports.
Boy, been around a long time, haven't we, Greg? How many do you think you did on the TV?
I don't know, but wasn't I the longest running? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
for
Yep.
sure.
Worked for cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? So we used to.
I went to Augusta with you. I went to Augusta,
Yeah.
and then
Oh, you worked
where
there?
did we go from Augusta?
The show, Saco, into the pit.
Yeah, we went Augusta to the pit to the trailer in your driveway
The trailer in my driveway.
in the freezing cold.
In
You
the
can see your
freezing
breath.
cold. Yep.
Wait a minute,
yep.
you guys cut the show in Steve's yard?
Yep.
In the trailer.
In the trailer. Then
The
we went
Mainly
into the
Motorsports
garage.
trailer?
Yep.
Then we went in the garage.
then-
We did the show in the trailer until Steve could get Brick to
Oh,
clean it.
302 in Wyndham?
Yep,
Yeah.
Yep.
Jeez.
Into the garage.
I never knew that.
Yep.
Yeah, we
I didn't know that.
filmed it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Like 3 episodes, and then he finally got Brick to clean the garage out enough so he could get the desk in there.
Yep.
And then
I've
we
been working on it, Bob.
and then we did. Then you moved it. Eventually, you moved it to Saco, to
Yep.
the island.
Yep. Yep. So yeah, you were longevity.
I hit all the spots.
Yep. That was the best Saco because then we'd always either go to Rapid Rays or
Yeah,
yeah.
depending on who we saw. We got free lunch.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we get free ice cream.
Now I need a haircut.
Yeah.
Yeah, free ice cream.
I know I missed out the
Connor's
free ice
still
cream.
talking
Your ice
about
cream
it.
is still in the fridge. You want it? How's ice cream work? I mean, I don't.
If it's in a fridge, no, it's not.
No, it doesn't go bad.
It's got to be frozen.
What if I brought it in?
It is. It's in the fridge. It's frozen.
Fridge is in the fridge.
What if I brought it in? Would you take a look at it? Oh, this could be like the.
Oh,
Yes.
God.
Yep, this would be good for you.
God.
You guys spin this for a second.
Is it really just been in the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Where else would I have kept it? In the-
Freezer.
I don't have one.
Well, then,
So
ooh.
so
Listen,
what,
if it's melted, probably not. But literally, it was frozen,
Let's go check it
and
out.
we put it
boy.
in there.
have not touched it since
so it's probably all right.
Yeah.
Then you could put it back. You could take it home and put it in
We're
the
gonna
freezer.
we're gonna do a 1-week ice cream challenge right
Oh,
here.
no.
You're gonna take a bite if I take a bite?
Of course.
See?
Oh yeah,
How
no.
bad
So it's in the
mess did it
bottom
make?
of his fridge.
It's green.
Is it really bad mess?
Do you want her to come down tomorrow and clean the fridge?
No, fortunately, it's been wrapped, but
Oh, yeah, it's melted everywhere. Yeah.
So-
no,
no, it's-
nope.
It's still good. It's cold.
No. Don't even open it. It's
because you're gonna have to
milk.
clean it.
Yeah,
No,
it's milk.
she's gonna clean it.
No, I'm
No,
not.
I'll take it home.
No, we're not.
No, we will.
I'll throw it away at home.
Can you
don't want to
refreeze
waste.
this?
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Okay, we're gonna refreeze it.
Okay.
But-
Well, I'll take it home.
Listen,
Oh God.
there are some things that I will agree with you on. This is not one of them.
No.
What?
Refreezing.
You can't refreeze ice cream. You're showing the Steve Perry Buxton ghetto side
Yes,
right now.
sir.
Like I'll
You're gonna get more ice cream. You can
We can stop
You can stop
there
and get
and
some
buy
fresh
it
ice cream,
again.
Steve.
You
You don't
don't
need to
need
eat the
to
week-old
Like
ice
when-
cream.
Oh, you guys had whipped cream too?
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
Greg gave himself a money shot with it.
Oh God. Come on.
Just saying.
Oh, so
But you were missed.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, no, we
it
definitely
did sound
need you
like
to
a good
balance the
show,
show
though.
out.
Like I said, I was mucking the duck pond and listening, and
Well, you were here. Why'd you blow us off?
oh, because you had Connor.
There was no room.
There's no room for me.
Oh, I would butt out. You don't need me.
I
can
can't
just press
run
buttons.
the thing.
You want to
You teach me.
put her in control of pushing buttons?
Yeah, I mean, I need
She
to
already
train
does
her.
that
She,
with you.
yeah, she tries to push buttons.
Oh, she succeeds.
No, she
Oh,
don't.
please.
I
I'm
push
good.
way more buttons than she does.
Oh, that's not a contest, Steve.
Yeah, no. Everything is. He's got to be one up. One
Yeah.
up.
I don't want up nothing.
Yes, you do, and you can't be the last. You can't just let somebody else have the last word. You always have to have the last.
If they're
word.
right, they can have the last
no,
word.
it's never. You repeat yourself.
If they're right, they
No,
can have the
no.
last
Sometimes
word.
they don't hear it the first time.
Hey, what are we talking about?
Today?
Anything?
Yeah, I mean,
We
we
wanna
had
talk
some
about it?
raying over the weekend. Not a lot,
Well,
though.
You
It
want
was-
to
it was-
talk about somebody being right?
Who's that?
Probably me.
Greg was right.
Why are you right, Greg?
Because I watched the Wheel and Modify Tour practice at Oxford.
Oh, right.
Right, I was there spotting whatever, but I wasn't spotting the Wheel and Modify Tour. But I'm just sitting there watching practice. It started at 1:30. At 2 o'clock, I texted about 3 or 4 people and said, "John McKennedy's going to win this race tonight."
Well,
And I did not look at the lap times. I just
well,
watched,
first of all, he's
watched
probably
his
the one
line.
with the most
Yeah,
experience
yeah,
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Experience.
Yeah.
What
like-
did you base it off of, though?
Well,
Just
he's
his line,
fast.
line, and
He's just,
what he
he's
was doing.
perfection anyway. Yeah.
I don't want to sound conceited, but like
Please. Oh my God. I don't think there's gonna be room.
when you've
left
been
in
doing this long,
You have to vacate the room.
Oh,
Listen,
between Steve
if
and
I
Greg,
had
there's
enough
no room
string,
for me and Andy.
I'd tie it to you now
Just
and
let
send in
him-
my
hey, let him-
registration
let him
for the
talk. Let
Thanksgiving
him
Day
talk.
parade.
Greg, what do you got?
Let
listen.
him talk.
When you've been doing this long, there are things that you see, and I'm
I
not
agree.
saying that I'm the only person. There's
Well, no,
plenty
you know
of
a good
people,
line when you
Yeah.
see it.
right? There's plenty of people, but I literally sent texts to
Yeah, but
people.
like, who's left? Like, who showed up?
Like there was Beers was there, Matt Hirschman was there.
What happened to
Cops-
Herschman? Was he like
he
passed
was
down?
Yeah,
Not
how did
good.
that happen?
Not good.
Because that.
Not good. But
That's weird. They've missed it a ton this year.
and
That's
Some
very
good names.
yeah,
here.
it was
Gone.
pure. They ended up starting the race on points because rain
Rain,
washed
and they
out
didn't get to-
qualifying.
And they
John
rained out the little autograph session.
Yeah,
so anything
John-
that people went there for was
There was
gone.
still a good crowd, though, I thought, really. John started, I think, second and rode for 5 laps, maybe, and then drove around
enough.
Copsic. And
Yeah.
then it was like watching a cat bat a mouse around in the corner of the living room, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He just, like, anytime anybody got
I love a
close to
good
him-
butt kicking. You know, I
Oh,
don't,
my God.
the whole manufactured NASCAR thing where everybody is like, a kit car that runs side by side. Oh my God, they're 3 wide. Like that to me is not interesting.
Like, they had 2 cautions early.
yeah,
Like, late, like, and I don't know if it's American Racer. I don't know what the deal is, but, like, you watch a big wheel and tour race at Thompson, let's say, in the last couple of years, and later in the race, somebody will spin out, bring out a caution, get themselves a lap down,
that's Tyler Ripkema that usually
put
does
tires on,
that. Yeah,
stay out, go slow, another caution, because everybody's bunched back up. Now they're back on the lead lap, and they fire the thing to the front.
yeah.
And they're, 5-time champion who didn't show up. But anyway, nobody changed tires, really. I mean, a couple people did early in the early cautions to try to make their cars better. One of the cautions, Beers lost the air cleaner, which I think cost him probably second place. I think he was a second place car. But, like, the rest of it, like, people are like, oh, if they'd have gone 200 laps, it would have been a great race. Like,
No.
they're already saying, like, it was a good race, right?
Yeah.
People, and some people are commenting, oh, if they'd have gone 200 laps, it'd been a
What
great
difference?
race. Like, it would have forced something. Yeah, if they'd have gone 200 laps, McKennedy would have lapped to 5th place
Yeah.
instead
Yeah.
of 10th.
Really?
Okay? Like, because they were all on the line in front of him, and he caught them and just rode with a 10-car length gap behind him for the last 5 or 6 laps. He could have pushed the button and lapped 3 more cars, but he didn't. He didn't have to.
You didn't have to. Yeah.
So,
Does he own that team now? I know they have.
I don't know. But
It looks like the team that he used to drive for, and that team split up.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
And then-
know. I don't.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got partners if he does, but I don't know.
You know, I would almost think he's more invested because his stuff never had the amount of sponsors that's on that car.
Right.
Like,
Yep.
it's almost, he's got Jim Bob's Towing and this
Yep.
guy's Apple Orchard and this, you know what I
Yep.
mean? He's got a bunch of, whereas before they
He
used to
was-
have a
yeah,
couple of
just their own
sponsors.
businesses, yeah.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, Ripkema had a good run. He came on later. It was funny because if you know what you're looking at, you could watch, and it was like they all went to school on McKennedy. Like they knew they weren't going to beat him, but the good competitors, not that they aren't good competitors at that level, but like a lot of them, all of a sudden it looked like a train. They all started running the same line.
Well, that's what happens
they started
with the
running,
mods,
But he just
It's a tough place to figure out for anybody.
right.
So guys that are making their first ever appearance there,
Right.
you know?
I remember going there in the mid '80s. It was actually Richie Evans' last race that he won, and it was the first time I remember seeing modifieds that weren't like Beechridge modifieds. And I still have a vivid memory of my dad complaining that all these guys do are just follow each other. So the freight train thing isn't anything new. You can't blame the tire, you can't blame the rule package, whatever the heck is going on today. I'm like, it's the same thing these guys have been doing for the last, however many years.
It's a track position game that they play, and they play it hoping that their car either comes into it better or that they get a caution at certain times so that they can either take tires and change position, or it's just a track position game. Like McKennedy looked like the first 5 laps he was going to ride in second, and then he just pushed the button and got out, and then he controlled the whole race.
Yeah.
I saw that with MRS back when I worked with them. Like they would get like that 25 car, Swanson. Matt Swanson was driving it at the time, that Casella car, and like him and that 76, what the heck was his name? Kirk Alexander.
Yep.
It seemed like those dudes could do whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted. And if they were riding for like 25, 30 laps or whatever, and then, then they're gone. And then everybody else kind of comes along with them.
Yeah.
But the trouble watching the mods, like, I always had a problem if we were running 150 laps. They're going to ride for 75, 80 laps. Why are we racing for 150? I understand there's a strategy and the tire thing, and just run for 50 laps then, because that's all you're really racing.
Yeah.
It's 50
but you
laps.
got to get your money out of your tires that you bought.
Geez, it's aggravating when you know you're going to, the first
I've
three-quarters
said
is
for
nothing.
25 years that NASCAR should be a 1-hour show. Now, that's never going. I'm not talking like big NASCAR. It should be just like Wide World of Sports, be on for an hour. You can put everything that you need, especially as they've moved from being a pure racing sanctioning body to more of an engagement type thing, where all you're seeing is the highlights. They're in the highlight business now. They're not in the racing business. And it almost makes sense for them to do like an hour. But they never do that because of all of the different advertising commitments that they have with their network partners and whatnot. But if they really wanted to move the needle and compete against the NFL and baseball, they got to do something different, and 3-hour broadcasts are not working.
These are 3 and 4 hours. It's ridiculous.
Right. So they'll do something, like just an hour-long show. Wouldn't be bad. I know it's wicked. People hated the idea. Like, that's just stupid. I'm like, all right, that's fine. Not everybody has to agree. But I bet you could do a lot, because I see so many great. You could run 100 laps at Oxford in, 40 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Depending on what the
got,
caution count is. Usually any of the short tracks around here, the third mile size, not the quarter mile size. Third mile size, you can figure an hour for 100 laps, roughly.
Yeah. Depends if they want to play nice. And we're going to find out how fast they can run 100 laps around Speedway 95 this week. Or
Saturday.
Bar Harbor Bank and Trust Speedway. As obviously Ricky didn't have, the weather wasn't on his side, but they gave it a valiant effort.
Oh, didn't they try?
Yeah, and from pictures that I saw, because like I said, I was committed to Oxford, it looked like they had the crowd of all crowds.
They had a monster truck crowd.
Yeah. And they
ran out of parking.
They had people parking at Dysart's and were
He was
shuttling
busing
them.
them in. Yeah.
That's an awesome problem.
Isn't
to have.
that something? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that was one of the things he did say was the things we learned about the problems that we had weren't bad problems in the reality of what they were.
Yeah, they'll get it figured
like
out.
needing more ticket booths and needing more parking.
I remember when everything I have is coming back to the 80s today, it seems. But when Lee went through their thing in the 80s, I don't know if it was a repave or whatever, but they did a rebrand or whatever it was. And it was the beginning of 87. It was like beginning of like plastic ACT. And there was a lot of buzz around that race, and there was a lot of buzz around what was going on at Lee because it looked different, but I'm not old enough to remember what the old Lee looked like, so I don't know what it is. But the point is, everybody showed up, and everybody was stuck in the mud, and, it was April or whatever. But the point, like, it just, when I had seen pictures of what was going on at Speedway, it reminded me of that, like something that's brand new that people are excited
Everybody
about.
was excited.
And when was the last time that happened? It doesn't happen often in motorsports. So to be able to rally the crowd like that, I think that's fantastic.
One of the things that, like, I meant to say to Ricky last week when he called, but I didn't. I don't even know if I said it after he hung up or whatnot. But like, I said it to another guy who I know who's been from up there for a while. Like, when I was a kid, and I'd head north hunting trips, whatever, heading north, and you go by Bangor, you go by Speedway 95 on 95, on Route 95.
You can see it.
And you could see the track. And it was a racetrack and you knew it, and it was Speedway 95 and blah blah blah.
Cool.
Right? Yeah. And then, like, I went by like a month ago. I didn't get a chance to stop and like go check it out, what they done. But driving by from 95 and looking over at Speedway and seeing the trees taken down and everything, like, it looked alive again.
Wow.
And I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, you drove by and said, "There's something over there." You know what I mean? Not
Yeah.
like the last few years. It's like you see a dirt mound and trees. And
Yeah.
Didn't even
now
realize.
now
yeah.
there's something over there.
Yeah, and it's June the 9th.
Yeah.
A few 2-3 days after
Today
he opened.
is
June 9th.
Not 6-7.
No.
6/9. Isn't that your number on your mod? You
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
have? Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of
6-9 is your
mods,
mod.
how is your mod coming, Steven?
So
Steven, I'm going to shut Deb's mic off for like just 20 seconds. Steve, how's your mod going?
I don't know the whole intricacies of it, but let's just say that Stephen Perry's mod thing has had a little hitch in the giddy up because of equipment. Not necessarily Stephen's problem.
Excuse me?
So he's had a slight issue with equipment stuff that...
So one of the most anticipated debuts.
Right.
And I got a call last night from somebody, and we were
After he
talking.
begged Jake.
And I was talking on the phone with said person with, rhinestone glasses on.
Yeah.
That the other person who needs a haircut next to him was begging me in the background to talk him out of it, which I never did.
No,
No,
I
you
never
did
did.
not.
So
Nobody
we have-
did.
we
Nobody
have-
talked him out of it.
So I am testing tomorrow.
I don't know
but-
what he's wearing. He has
Just
no
relax,
helmet. He has no
relax.
Hans.
Skippy.
The important things.
Is that your pet name for her?
No.
Skippy?
No.
Just worry about getting your hair cut. Go see
I
Marissa
am
and
getting
get your hair cut.
Carissa. I
Whatever.
am getting. While
Marissa.
you're testing, I'm getting my hair cut.
Yeah. Yeah.
Marissa, Carissa?
It's
Whatever.
Carissa.
Yeah.
Is it Melissa, Carissa?
Whatever.
How many isses are there? They got Melissa,
So
Carissa.
So because I don't have a suit, I'm borrowing one. It doesn't fit, but it whatever.
right. How many layers?
Did you
I
try it
don't
on?
know.
The one
Don't
I
worry
took
about
out?
it. You worry too much.
I expect you to still be alive after this.
It's going to be fine.
She's, yeah. It's Steve Perry. So anyway, yeah.
So
I am-
let's say he needs to be more prepared because
Yeah.
we've only known since January, and we started looking for a helmet Monday.
Yeah. So relax. You worry about too much. I don't worry about
Think
your
how,
stuff.
hey, Deb, think how far in life Steve Perry has come. Do you think that he's come this far to fail in a mod?
Yeah. So anyway,
No.
so
He's going to be just fine.
One of
I will-
the equipment failures is Steve ordered himself a fire suit,
And it's not gonna
has
be-
not shown up.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is a little disappointing.
Yeah, so I'm going to race on July 24th at Lee instead of this weekend at Star. So no big deal. Just gives me more time to prepare.
Lee
Balls
has
everywhere.
Lee has something
No.
that there's always something with Lee with you.
Lee's very special to me.
Yeah, that's
Why
what
is
I
that?
thought.
It's just I don't know. Just it's special to me.
It
Me and
it
Greg.
introduced
Me and
him-
Greg watched. What did they call them?
It introduced me-
30 something of the best pro stock races in the country one night. Remember that? We were sitting there, and who's that
What the
guy that used to be the announcer?
I think it was John Spence.
John Spence.
No,
Spence,
no, it
that was
wasn't.
the
It was the
modified.
other
Keep
guy.
going.
The other guy that he worked for Pass at one point. Really good announcer. He used to work
wasn't
for
Mark-
Groveton.
It wasn't Marco.
No.
No,
Who?
it was Dick
Dick?
Therian.
And we were watching. It was the Coors 6-pack series. Remember?
Nah, I don't.
And they were the biggest. There was about 6 pro stock drivers and 36 clowns out there. Remember? They couldn't take the green and get to the one turn without wrecking each other. Remember we were sitting up in the VIP
Yeah,
booth?
we went into the VIP booth. I go, do you know somebody we can get in the VIP booth? He goes,
No.
no, but we'll go.
Well, just I'm a VIP in my own eyes, right?
I'm standing out on the deck.
So these guys were the biggest clowns, remember? And when that guy said that, I looked at him. I said, "Are you serious?" There was
I-
about 6. The rest of them were these were and
crying.
nothing against Parks, right? Because Parks has come a long way. But this is when he was starting his Pro Stock Series.
Was it his?
These
series?
were the back markers
Right.
of the Granite State Tour.
Okay.
And Lee at the time, these were the showcase drivers of this event.
Ooh.
So this tells you how bad they were, because they were the, like these
They're
were
back markers for back markers.
they were the back markers of Parks' tour.
Yeah.
And they
That's
were the
not
showcase
nice.
drivers. No, and this was
Long
Hey,
time
I've
ago.
always loved watching
Listen.
the underdogs. You know,
Yeah.
even today when I go to the
I'm
races,
good for
I
a
watch
good
the back of the
underdog.
back.
This was in the days when Greg was smoking cigarettes.
Oh, I remember those days.
And we were up in the VIP tower, and we're inside, and they had a little deck out on. So you go outside on the little deck to smoke, right? Mm-hmm. And so the race is getting ready to start. I go, Steve, I'm going to go out on the deck and have a cigarette. I go out and I light a cigarette. They crash.
Oh yeah.
I put it out. They go like 4 laps. I go back out to have another cigarette. They crash. Every time I go out on the deck to have
Yep.
a cigarette, they crash.
Yeah.
And Steve's like, put those things away.
It's not you.
oh, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Lee's always been that way.
honestly, Lee has it's just a special place for Steve. It changed his life.
Changed my life. So I'm gonna July 24th. So it'll give me
23rd,
My-
24th.
my 24th. My suit.
I have to see if it. I'm
See if
free.
it fits into your
See
life.
if I'm free
Cletus
that night.
McPerry, are you
I
going to
don't
do?
know if I am. But...
Do you need to go on a crash diet or something? Or...
We'll know
no.
more tomorrow after I climb into it, because I'm still going testing tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Good for you.
maybe
Hey,
that'll help me.
Hey, we got whatever you want to talk about, too. 207-324-1220. Tonight's show brought to you by Shane's of Maine, the best. Bentley Saloon, who has more fun than us? We do. And also Sanford Sound, getting ready for that barbecue and cruise in Saturday, June 20th, to benefit mental health in Southern Maine, and it will benefit Sweet Stir. So listen up to all of our local sponsors, too. We do appreciate you, whether you're watching us on YouTube or Facebook tonight, or you're listening to us on 104.3 FM or 1220 AM or seacoastoldies.com, the Seacoast Oldies app, your Alexa for the live broadcast. But if you're listening to the live broadcast and you catch just, in and out, you can listen to the whole thing as a podcast. Just subscribe to Mainly Motorsports on Spotify, on Apple, basically wherever you hear podcasts. You can also get it on the Seacoast Oldies app. And as a small business here in Sanford, Maine, we really do appreciate you, downloading the show, liking the pages, following us on social media. It helps us out with the count, doesn't cost you a thing, and really keeps this machine going. We're back in just a couple of minutes. It is Mainly Motorsports, show number 731 on Seacoast Oldies. Get ready for a summer of good times and great live music at Bentley Saloon. Don't miss the Cruisin' Night Tuesday car shows. Every Tuesday from 5 to 7 through September 22nd. Free to the public, no entry fees, kids welcome. Cold drinks, great food, live music, and the party atmosphere Bentley's is famous for. And the season's just getting started. Whether you ride or not, you're always welcome at Bentley Saloon. And remember, at Bentley's, who has more fun than us? For 30 years, Sanford Sound has been turning up the volume in Southern Maine and giving back to the community they call home. Don't miss the 3rd annual Barbecue and Cruise In to benefit Sweetster programs right here in York County. Saturday, June 20th from 11 till 3 at Sanford Sound, 1438 Main Street, right on the Rotary. Classic cars, great food, music, and community spirit, all for mental health awareness close to home. Sanford Sound, 30 years loud and still giving back. I need to let you in on a little secret here. For those of you that don't know about this place, you got to check it out. It's right next to Shane's of Maine in Sanford. Matter of fact, it's attached to it. It's called River Junction Brewing. I mean, it's really cool. You can sit and enjoy a beverage. You can order a Shane's of Maine food item, and it gets delivered to you while you enjoy the game, you solve the world's problems, whatever it is you do. Shane's of Maine and River Junction Brewing. You can find them at 1491 Main Street in Sanford. Shane's of Maine, the best.
And now, back to Mainly Motorsports.
Oh, I'm going to go first,
You're
I
gonna
guess.
go first.
Oh. I guess we're going to do some results here. Let's just say that they didn't have huge car counts at Lee last week, but they had some good racing, I heard. And Cole Roby won the Pro Stock race there. That's the only one that I know. Do you
Street-
have?
Yeah, I got the rest.
Okay, go ahead.
Over in the street stocks, Jason Curtis picked up the
Cowboy
win.
Curtis.
I was
Curtis.
told specifically stop calling him Cowboy Curtis.
Oh.
He's not a big fan of that nickname.
Oh, good.
But I
I'll
think
just
it's a-
keep calling him
I
that
think it's
then.
a great nickname. I mean, like, that's the best character on Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Is that why he was? Why'd you call him?
Well, I called him that because he was loose all the time when he was running the Thursday Thunder car that year in like 09. And it was a compliment. The guy could run the car sideways, and he was picking up wins and everything. And I think three of those dudes won a championship that year.
Do you know Cowboy Curtis? Oh, Jason Curtis. I think.
Jason, yes, yeah.
He is a little sideways.
Yeah, well, I know,
But he doesn't like being called.
But also, like
No,
Pee-wee's,
I'm calling
but the
him that
name
now.
came from Pee Wee's Playhouse, Lawrence Fishburne's character.
Yeah.
And I think I saw him one time. He's like, hey, "I'm not a fan of that nickname" or something like that. I was like, "Okay,"
Tough.
because you don't want to insult anybody.
No, absolutely.
Right?
And
So
he's
like
not
the whole
taking
time
it
I was
that
doing
way.
it, it
No,
was
tough.
to build you up.
But if
And-
he felt.
Nah, and sometimes nicknames don't work. Not everybody can be the Dirty Lou. Not everybody can be Brick.
Enjoy Brick or Dirty Lou.
Not everybody can be Cletus McPerry.
Oh yeah.
Not everybody can be the Owl.
Yeah.
Finish up the Lee.
geez.
I was just I don't know why I blended with that.
Oh yeah. He jumps in and then
Yeah.
then-
Well, and then
You threw me on the spot. I lost my noodle.
I guess you did. The Ridge Runners, Tristan Bodwell picked up the win, and then the Crown Vics, Jimmy Renfro Jr. He can do whatever he can to get a win, and then over at Star, the Marco Turcotte Memorial, Bobby Timmons, then 350 Super, Slingshots, Jacob Vaughn, the Pure Stocks, Daryl Quinlan, the V8 Sportsman, John Cashman, and then the Antique Tour was there. The Modifieds, Lynn Billings, and the Sportsman, Curtis Snow. And then the Crown Vic, after a post-race incident,
I'm not quite sure what happened.
not sure.
But if there was a fight or if there was a DQ, but
Zach Davis got the win. Over at Wiscasset, the Strictly Streets was Dan Trask. The Roadrunners was Gavin Giroux. Late Models, Shane Clark. And the Modifieds, Alec Brown. And then you had the
Oxford.
I got Oxford, yeah.
I thought that's what you were doing.
I know. I just got off track.
You got
Yeah.
off track.
I got thinking about Cole winning. But on another note,
He's off track again.
Do the weave, Greg.
obviously, we talked about the Wheel and Mods, McKennedy winning the Wheel and Mod Tour.
Yeah.
Thunderstocks were won by Carson Hewins. The Mad Bombers were won by Kyle Richardson. Street Stocks, our buddy Rick Spalding had a rough week the week before. Brought himself back to reality.
You gotta
and-
love that, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's a showman, you know.
Have you heard about the Lonesome Loser?
You got to live with your heart on your sleeve, or you're not going to be. So then, Limiteds was Jordan Russell, and then in the Oxford Super Late Model Weekly Series,
Who won, Greg?
Who won?
a little Canadian Quebecian named Alexander Tardif.
And what did he say? What does he say when he crosses the line first? In his French accent.
He couldn't, because I was yelling,
Oh, okay.
because I fought for him.
Yeah.
No.
So you won.
Yes.
That's where he was
Did you have to
going
let
with
him know?
it. Yeah.
Or did he know?
Listen. So it was a special win. This was Alex's first pro stock win on American soil,
Very cool.
and he beat Mike Rowe to do it.
Oh, that's cool.
So
really-
so he's crossing the line, and he's got his hand out the window, fist pumping as he's going by, and I'm like, "And your winner, Alexander Tardif at Oxford Plain," like that. and Vicky says to me, because she was listening on the radio, she's like, on that night we got in bed, and she's like, "Hey, which one of the crew guys is the one that hollered over winner Alexander Tardif on the radio?" And I go, that was me. And she goes, "No, he had a French accent." I go, "Yeah, I threw my voice."
Oh.
She didn't even know it was me.
That's great, man.
Then over at Hudson, the Choppy Baldwin Memorial was won by George Baldwin.
They say that was a pretty emotional win for him.
Was it?
That's what they say.
Yeah. The Six Shooters was Michael Yeaton. So they say.
Yeton.
It wasn't there.
Yeaton.
Yeton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeaton. Yeaton.
Yeah.
Yeaton. You getting a haircut?
Oh, my Lord. Tomorrow.
Tell Marissa to take off a little extra so that way we can save a little
The
bit.
Choppy Baldwin, the top three was George, Little Jimmy, and Beecher.
Yeah, and I heard
Yeah.
that was really a
So
good
the
race
Cabana
between
Boy,
them.
and
Yeah.
then I don't know if you saw some
little-
fellow who makes fun of people, his little comic skit that he created with the old man, the Amish man, and then the big man with the cast iron frying.
Oh, I don't even pay attention.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know this either.
MacArthur.
Oh, you gave us.
I ignore.
Yeah.
I gotta find the picture
I
so Steve
block
can
it.
see it.
The Crown
I
Vics
block
was
it.
won by Chris Curtis. The Thunder Lights was Bentley Covey, which is the nephew of Tristan Bodwell. So they had a great
Yeah,
weekend.
a really good weekend.
And then the Pro V8 Sportsman was won by like the 5th place finisher, right?
yeah, there was a whole lot going on there.
So
Was it like when Lou won the Wildcat 50?
well, I think
no,
it was all
Lou-
after the race.
it was all after the race because
There was fighting going on
So-
and DQs and
Slamming Sammy
Oh.
looks
Yeah.
like he
Like,
slammed Mitch Window.
who slammed who?
Well, yeah, it started. And
Yeah.
Sammy was
Sammy,
the first one
we
under
should
the
have asked
check-in.
Sammy. Yeah.
And then when they don't award you the checkered flag when they should, so he didn't get it. And then in post-race tech, first and second got DQ'd. So the 5th place guy got the win, I guess.
Yeah, it's like 5th, 6th, and 7th.
I love it.
The old days of Hudson. And then Bartlett Bridge finally was able to get a Friday night in. And the box stock division, Greg's got a picture for me.
What's the visual
geez.
aid?
Oh, please. Don't even give
The
give
funniest
credence
one is
to
Beecher
that.
with a
no.
held in the frying
Done.
pan.
What is it? Let me see.
Done.
So
He created
Go
it.
on. Let's talk about it.
That's really funny.
All right.
Come on, laugh when
No,
it's funny.
I don't think
Right? I mean,
I don't give him nothing.
even when it's like a political joke that is making fun of the party that you like the most. If it's funny, funny's funny.
It's funny, but
Yeah, no, that's good stuff.
so
I gotta give him props on that.
the box stock division picking up his first
At
career
Bartlett
win.
Bridge.
Colt Dow, Matt Dow's youngest son.
Oh, heck
Nice.
Yeah.
Big
Good race
day.
for him.
And then
job.
in the junior sportsman division, Lebrecht family swept down from New Hampshire. Gavin Lebrecht picked up his first win on the dirt. Pro champs, Andrew McCoo. Sportsman division, Cole Talon. Senior sportsman division, Bryce Saucier. And then the wing champ, Andrew Moffat. So good that Bartlett Bridge was able
they
to
were
get in.
finally
Yeah.
good in.
You know,
They had
so-
a good night.
The rain just plays havoc. We didn't.
Yeah,
it
we didn't
stinks.
race because it rained.
Rain.
I was just gonna say I saw you guys had to postpone.
Well, it's not funny, but we wake up and the sun is shining, and we live an hour, 45 minutes
Yep.
away. So I text one of our workers that
Lives
lives
right
right
down
there.
the
I'm like,
street.
please tell me it's raining. She says it's pouring.
Yep.
I said thank you
Yeah. So
because it's a gamble.
So one of the things, I was having a conversation with somebody today, and it made me think of the racers, because we have all different types of personalities in racing. So I was talking to Ryan that I work with, and, his dad who used to race at Beach Ridge in the mods, and he was just a racer. He, his career highlights was, we joke about it in the Twin 100s. You talk about Richie Evans, and it made me think of it. He'll say to people, we used to say, yeah, my dad, he ran side by side with Richie Evans in one of those Twin 100s, for 50 laps.
Yeah.
Well, the joke is it's because Richie was lapping him every two laps, right? But he didn't. And
It's like when Larry Cates ran side by side with Dale Earnhardt.
Oh.
yeah,
The Dale Earnhardt is a Busch North race.
Yeah, yeah.
And Earnhardt was going by him.
yeah.
But you snapped that
So-
picture.
Yeah,
But
you know the picture I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, it was a speedway scene.
Yeah.
But Randy was just a part of the sport. So he's having some medical issues and health issues, and we just set him up in his new
He's like in an assisted living.
rehab type of thing, but we don't call it that. We call it Racing Randy's Garage. That's what the
His
room
room
is.
is.
It's all racing related and all that. And I brought him a few pictures of Homer Drew and and all that. So we were talking the other day, and he's a very humble individual. So they met with somebody from the veterans because they're going to move him there. So they were talking to the sons about some of the stuff that he had from when he was in the military, in the wars and stuff. So one of the things that he was awarded, the sons didn't even know, was like a very high medal that he had never talked about with his family. Which is, I was in the war, I did my thing. It was a very high, and they were telling the boys, and they're like, this is something that's, and they're like, really? He used to say, oh, I just did my job and stuff. So, and we got talking about people that just do their job and are very humble and just, we talk about athletes, and it got me thinking about
Nobody in this room qualifies for
No.
that.
Me.
Debbie. She mucks the pond. I don't have to come in and give her a.
Oh, we heard about it for 20 minutes.
Yeah, you're right. So it got me thinking about the racers. How many racers that just race, win the race, and do it what I call quietly, and I had 4 that come to mind over the years that popped right up into my head, and I know Greg and then you and a guy like Dave Lamprin from Beechridge.
Oh, yeah.
The days.
Yep.
Quiet. And it's funny because the days of social media, the wife and the daughter have never been quiet.
Oh, right. Oh,
You know what I mean?
Dave. Poor Dave, man.
But
Can you imagine being in that household and being Dave Lamprin?
But you know what I mean? I remember watching him race the limited,
Yeah.
the late model and the modified. It's
Oh,
just,
remember that 76 modified he had?
oh yeah,
That thing was a rocket.
But he was a guy that just raced,
Yeah.
was no fanfare, no, when he got out.
Oh, I was a fan of him.
But you know what I mean? Was just he was just a guy, very humble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Steve Nelson from up north.
Yep.
The 4X, whenever he raced at Unity or Wiscasset or same thing, I mean, same type of racer,
Yep.
For
For the love of the sport.
Yep. Bob Babb,
Yep.
Which
You know?
one?
the older one.
The first Bob Babb?
Yeah.
Okay.
The younger one, I always considered controversial, always, and I'm not saying that in a bad way. He
Yeah.
raced with the other controversial drivers, The Bob Babb Sr. raced in an era where, he had the Homers and the Walsinghams with
Jim
the
McClure.
Those guys had all the fanfare. Mm-hmm. He didn't have it. I mean, he had it on him because he had the one arm type of thing. So the fanfare came to him.
Did he drive with one arm, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did he do with
He
the other
did-
one?
he did-
Well, he had it, but he just it was
Never used it?
It was like, I don't want to say dead to him, but it was
It
like,
wasn't one.
Oh, he heard it logging?
Yeah,
yeah, heard
Oh, I
it
never
logged.
knew
Yeah,
that.
So,
no,
yeah.
yeah. So he basically only had use of one hand.
Use of one arm.
I never knew that.
No way.
And he was sawing on the clay and
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
ruts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then
Where have you been?
Dude, I know. Historian. Terrible.
Tim Brackett.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
that's true.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So think about that. I mean, there's tons of them, of guys that have raced over the years. Those are guys that have all had success, but guys that have just raced, done it.
Do they have to have had success
No.
or okay?
No.
But if they did have success, would you consider if someone's quiet, let's just say,
Yeah.
but they've been successful,
Yeah.
do they still qualify?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Gary Smith.
I was
Oh,
thinking the same
absolutely.
thing.
Yep.
He
That's
falls
the
right.
top of my
Absolutely.
list right
Yeah,
there.
he falls
Yeah.
right
I've never
into
seen
that.
Gary raise his voice
Nope.
anywhere.
Yeah, those falls right into
Absolutely.
that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
He to me is racer personified. Quiet racer, lets his stuff on the track do the
Classy.
talking.
Does.
Yep.
Yep.
Just a good guy.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Jesse doesn't raise his voice ever either.
No, geez.
That was a
Who's
joke.
Jesse?
yeah,
Gary's
his boy.
son.
Oh, okay.
Been at the go-kart track?
Yeah, yeah. No, and it's funny is, and like I said, it just like I said, talking to Ryan today, and we were talking about his dad and some of the things, and it made me think on the racing side of things. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Billy Clark comes to mind for me.
Yeah.
He was in that era of the Oxford Plains late models, where it was him, Leland Kangas, Rowe, Jimmy Burns. I mean, that was a stacked field back then. George
Babb.
Babb.
That's
Yeah.
another name, George Babb.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he just, he'd win, and then he'd go and
Just-
run the tour races, and he would win with the Oxford late. I loved that era. When you with that Rich's toothpick car, that 8.
Yeah.
And he'd beat all the really good-looking NASCAR North V6s.
Yeah.
I don't know how the heck he did
Gardner
it.
Levitt.
Gardner, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I
Just
think
guys like that all through it.
Yeah, I think it's probably a little tougher today in today's age because of social media and everything's out there and everybody's out there.
And the difference is, I think, there are exceptions, and so I'm not throwing a whole blanket over everything, but there are fewer people that do their own thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. So there was always a quiet respect when you worked on your own thing and
Built
you just
your
did
own
your own
car,
thing.
yeah.
Nowadays,
Everything's bought.
well, there's that, and that's just the way that the business has changed. It's every business changes. No business is the same over the course of 30, 40 years. But it's to Steve's point, a lot harder to be as unique and quiet
You're right.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, I mean, when I said that NASCAR is not in the racing business and they're in the engagement business, I didn't mean that as like a big broad stroke. I'm just saying that they focus more on highlights. That's just the way the business has changed. The way that
people's attention spans.
Yeah. And same thing with like racing today too. Everybody's in the engagement business, so they have to be on social media if they want to engage their fans and everything. So it's very hard to work 12 hours a day on regular vocation and then spend 3 hours a night in a shop with your buddies, drink a few beers, go out on Friday night, Saturday night, win races, and not say anything about it.
Right.
Because everybody shows you the shop photos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, all of it.
There's a level of commitment that goes to it, and that level hasn't changed. It's just changed how it's done.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are teams that people are like, oh, well, he pays so and so to do this. Well, yeah, but he also owns a business, and he's concentrating on his business, and it's fiscally easier for that said person to continue to run his business, make extra money, pay somebody to take care of his race car.
Think how hard that other guy has to work to be able to afford the mechanic to move his program forward.
Like, I know later in his actual driving career, Dan at times would, hire a brick or somebody to come do some regular maintenance stuff so he could go to Dan and Sean's baseball games or stuff like that. You
hired Brick?
Well, I'm just saying, like he had.
Well, in all honesty, isn't he?
Brick's fine around the street stuff.
No, but doesn't he?
He
good
drove
at,
that 40. He drove
putting bodies on.
Yeah, daylights out of it.
Like he's good with bodies and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
We give Brick a lot. He still needs to do the pizza joint, though.
What Brick is good at. He's good.
Adequate, I think. Let's not adequate. Side note, we like talk about stuff, local stuff and stuff, but did you watch any of the Michigan race?
No.
Okay.
Watch the last
I saw a highlight of Chris Bell hitting
I was
the
just
wall.
going to say, have you seen the Chris Bell wall hit?
Yeah.
20 years ago, different. Well, not 20
not
years
even.
ago.
No.
Yeah.
It was probably longer than that because it's been more than, but like different outcome.
Yeah, I mean,
And
Clifford Allison died at that same racetrack in a similar hit.
Ernie Irvin technically did, but
Yeah.
confirmed fractured wrist on Chris Bell.
Yeah.
Will race at Pocono with a cast, I guess. That's just what I've heard. But like
That, wait a minute.
that
This is
was
full circle.
brutal. That was like I was watching live and scared Vicky was sitting on the couch watching. I scared her when I saw it because I screamed out loud, like
It was jarring.
Yeah, I was like, holy, like.
But to bring it full circle, our two topics here, Chris Bell, out of all of the top NASCAR guys, where it's virtually impossible to be the under the radar, do your own thing guys, Chris Bell is a person that gets stuff done on the racetrack.
And he doesn't make waves.
Very rarely you see him in a post-race thing. You don't see him doing some dumb engagement thing or pretend fighting so I can get some extra TV time for my sponsors. Chris also, I don't know if he still is, but at least up until a couple years ago, was his own agent. So he was the guy who was negotiating all those deals with Ream and whatnot. And I can't remember how I knew that. But when I hung out,
didn't you do like a ride around with him?
Yeah, we did a thing with him last year with New Hampshire Motor Speedway. We did this excursion, and so we were just having lunch, and I didn't know what to say. I didn't want to talk about racing stuff, and I was like, "Hey, man," and he's a young dude. To me, he's still a young dude.
Still looks it. Yeah.
And I'm like, "Hey, man, so you do your own deals, huh?" He goes, and he was like, "How did you know that?" I'm like, "I don't know if I was even supposed to know that, but yeah, I heard about that. Is that true?" He's like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, why'd you do that? How did you have the confidence in yourself to do that at such a young age?" And that dates back to when he was, in his sprint cars and everything.
Really?
So, I mean, he is about
very
as
intelligent.
self-made and self-built as you can get in this era. So, tons of respect for him.
Yeah.
He raced for the Seymours Wednesday night in Owasso.
Oh, really?
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
With a
he-
broken wrist?
No, Wednesday.
Wednesday,
before.
before.
Oh, it's not even Wednesday
Yeah,
yet.
he was teammates with Jake Trainer in the national midget race.
Yeah,
They had the wing sprint race, and then he did the midget race in Seymour's other car. Him and Jake won. He finished second.
Oh,
1-2.
No, and I consider him, ironically, him and Chase, the two that were in that wreck,
Very
two of the
well
classiest
respected,
people. in
Yeah, when it
NASCAR.
happened, you see Chase get right out of the car and head for him.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
tells the story.
Yeah, and I, I'm a fan.
Chase's wreck was hard,
Yeah.
like hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's hard to just rub the wall at Michigan, and in the days of, people are like, well, they dial the horsepower back and all that. And it's like, but they're still going 202 miles an hour into a corner. That, there can be something as too fast.
yeah, they
It's
were
Indy.
hitting 205.
Were they hitting 205?
Jeez.
Yeah.
And like it was, I don't know, it was brutal. Like the wall was, the
Yeah.
steel part of the wall bent so bad.
The pure race fan in me loves performance and loves competition. At what cost, though? You don't want to see anybody
Yeah.
have the
Hurt,
day
yeah.
that he had. But I love watching that speed. I love watching Indy on ovals.
Oh,
And they're tough to watch sometimes.
that's scary.
Those guys. Yeah.
They're just
Insane.
insane. Yeah.
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 Well, that's cool. We got about 7 minutes left in the program. Got a couple of sponsor mentions to get to before we do 7 o'clock. And, really appreciate you being part of this program at 207-324-1220. You can make sure, if you just checked us out here in the last couple of minutes, this does exist as a podcast. You can hear it in full by subscribing to Mainly Motorsports on Spotify, Apple, pretty much any podcast. And, make sure you hit subscribe. Really helps, boost those numbers and keep this business rolling. Which, by the way, this show brought to you by Sanford Sound, getting ready for their barbecue and cruising on June 20th. That's right here in Sanford, right by the Rotary. Jack and his crew always do an amazing job. And also, this one has a different purpose to it for Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, the month of June. This one will benefit Sweetster and benefit a lot of the residents here in York County. There's also Bentley Saloon, who has more fun than us. We do. And also Shane's of Maine, the best. All chipping in for tonight's Mainly Motorsports, which is back after these.
Shrimp, 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 shrimp. Ah, yes. What is Shane's of Maine up to for their featured seafood dinner for June? Tough decision. The crispy fried panko shrimp or traditional fried shrimp served with french fries and coleslaw and available all June for just $9.99. What an amazing deal. 1491 Main Street in Sanford. Shane's of Maine. The best. Available through DoorDash and Uber Eats. For 30 years, Sanford Sound has been turning up the volume in southern Maine and giving back to the community they call home. Don't miss the 3rd annual Barbecue and Cruise-In to benefit Sweetster programs right here in York County. Saturday, June 20th from 11 till 3 at Sanford Sound, 1438 Main Street, right on the Rotary. Classic cars, great food, music, and community spirit. All for mental health awareness close to home. Sanford Sound, 30 years loud and still giving back. Get ready for a summer of good times and great live music at Bentley's Saloon. Don't miss the Cruisin' Night Tuesday car shows. Every Tuesday from 5 to 7 through September 22nd. Free to the public, no entry fees, kids welcome. Cold drinks, great food, live music, and the party atmosphere Bentley's is famous for. And the season's just getting started. Whether you ride or not, you're always welcome at Bentley's Saloon. And remember, at Bentley's, who has more fun than us?
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
And now, back to Mainly Motorsports.
Well, we got some great events coming up this weekend, and summer's looks like it's finally hitting.
I'm so pumped.
We got the BIW 100 at Wiscasset for their Super Late models, and I don't know if this is a reason, but Ricky moved his program from last week to this week. Because
We had
of the
to
rain.
because of the rain. Yeah.
But the time,
the 100-lapper starts at like
3:10.
3:10. So
It's first race.
It's the first race. So they could literally run that off, and then anybody that wants to go down to Wiscasset and make that
Double day.
which some of those hardcore guys, I could picture them doing that. So they got their whole program going on Saturday. And then Star has a Saturday night and Sunday full house event with the pass, the super modifieds, the
Act.
modifieds, act,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
super
Sunday.
late models,
yeah.
and
Saturdays
the
is
Mad
regular
Bombers.
program.
Yep.
That Mad Bomber Challenge.
Let's talk about American Canadian Tour for a second. So they raced Seekonk Saturday. I want to give a shout out to Caden Fisher who won that with a fill-in spotter. Our good old buddy Waddell filled in.
Oh, did he
spotted for
spot
him.
him?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah, he had to
nice.
fill in because Klemovich couldn't make it. But like, this was a cool stat that I know Scott Tapley posts a lot of this stuff out, but they've had the last two races at Seekonk, they've done 226 total laps, and they've had one caution.
Wow.
No, that
That's-
Actor, those
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
The last one, like, I don't know how it was this one, but the last one was like over the top exciting. Like they're
Yeah.
side by side, they're passing.
Yeah,
They've
no,
just-
that Actor puts on phenomenal racing.
You know what Chris has done with that, and Scott for that matter, like keeping them in line, trying to make them
Understand racecraft.
like everything that Curly beat into
Right.
those people all those
When
years.
it's your day, go for it. When
Right.
it's not your day, it's not your day.
Yeah, do the best you can without being a hassle.
Being that
basically.
guy.
Yeah, right.
So another thing that's coming up in a few weeks, and we all know how how fast it goes, the Horsepower and Heritage coming up June 28th at Wiscasset.
Formerly
which is
Summerfest.
formerly Summerfest is coming up.
What's
So,
it called now?
Horsepower and Heritage.
Okay.
So it's formerly Summerfest. It's very similar, but they're trying to attract.
More.
More, all racing and
Has always been
automotive,
welcome.
automotive stuff has always been welcome, but I think the full intent was to change the name so that people just didn't think that it was
just history.
it was just racing history.
Yeah.
But like they want, racing history it's still basically the same event, but with a few more attractions, but they want like car clubs and everybody to participate. They want it to be a multi-use function instead of like a one-trick pony, basically.
Yeah, like get
Very
the Corvette clubs and
Yeah.
a bunch of dudes showing up.
Motorcycle clubs,
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah,
well,
anything.
not
And that's
Polos
coming
tucked
up
into their shorts.
June 28th at Wiscasset.
Yeah.
And also unique to that weekend, running a modified the night before is 2026 Hall of Fame nominee Pete Rondo.
Really?
So he's going to be strapping in a modified at Wiscasset.
Nice.
One of the 604 mods.
Yeah, one of the or whatever. Yeah,
Was the Wiscasset mods.
one of the Wiscasset mods. So he's going to be strapping into a
That's
modified at Wiscasset.
Nice.
So yeah, that'll be.
I didn't know that. That's cool though.
Yeah. So I don't know when the last time he strapped into something, and
At Oxford a couple years ago, remember?
oh
Him-
yeah, on the super late
Yep.
model. Yep. So yeah, just dust it off and
things
send
to
it.
put on your
Yeah.
calendar.
Nice.
Yeah,
Maybe
so-
we can get him to check into the show next
Yeah.
week and see how that because we get a lot of people who are, on their way up, but hear from some people who are, dipping their toe back in the pool.
Yeah.
I think that'd be kind of
It's
neat.
fun.
Yeah. So we'll reach out to Pete, and because he was up. It was pretty cool because he spent the whole weekend, I think, at the Northeast Motorsports Expo.
Yeah. He comes up actually for a lot of events. He
Helps DJ and
helps
Dale.
the Shaws, yeah.
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 So, another guy that hasn't forgot his main roots.
Yeah.
For sure.
Awesome,
All
man.
right,
Well, it's going to
then.
be a good
What
weekend. You
show.
guys are racing over at LST.
Friday night.
Friday night.
Friday night under the lights.
Yeah.
Then heading to
right.
Bangor.
Yeah.
And then you're good luck on your test tomorrow there.
Yeah.
Cletus.
So Debbie will
Cletus.
check in with you after.
Yeah.
I'm getting my hair done.
I think
Drew
Oh, yeah.
text us.
I think I have Oxford Saturday night, and I have a full day at Star on
Star.
Sunday.
Oh, what's going on at Star on Sunday?
Pass mods,
Okay.
NES super mods.
Oh, so
and-
basically all the
and
touring
the
divisions.
ACT, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Holy
the
wow.
Mad Bomber Challenge.
And the Mad Bomber Challenge.
So you'll be
Be a
there all
day.
day.
yeah.
That
Today.
sounds like
Well,
a day.
Yeah.
I have,
so
I have Pass Mod and Pass
I
Super
might
Late
be
model.
floating in my pool.
Yeah, so I'm doing you a favor.
You are. I'm happy.
Well, hey, it's been a show. Thank you for being a part of it. The number...
Like a rhinestone
cowboy.
Bow, bow.
Who sings that?
Oh, come on. Don't hurt him.
No, it's
You do know this
Glenn
one.
Campbell.
All
Yay!
I used to get him and John Denver mixed up.
I thought he was going to say Clay Campbell.
Well, on
Used to
that
get him and
note,
John.
let's call it a show.
Aren't they the same
Why
era?
would you get those two? Because they weren't even both.
They
country
didn't even
stars.
look the same.
But aren't they from the same era?
Decade, yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, you were
Just
gonna
shut it
say-
down,
Yeah,
Andy.
we're good.
Just shut it
We're
down.
good.
Thanks
We're
to
done.
Shades of Maine. Thanks to Bentley Saloon, and also thanks to Sanford Sound for sponsoring show 731. We'll talk to you next Tuesday.
Have a great night.
WWSF Sanford
Seacoast Oldies.
on 104.3 FM and seacoastoldies.com from the Shanes of Maine studio, 1491 Main Street in Sanford. Open every day at 11 and available on DoorDash. Shanes of Maine, the best.
Seacoast Oldies.
When I'm with you, it doesn't matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm with you, that's all that matters. Time passes much too quickly when we're together laughing. I wish I could sing it to you. Oh no, I wish I could sing